How's it going everyone? Ram here. Welcome back to yet another video. This video, let's talk about how to change your webcams going from this to this in just one single step using your DSLR cameras as I'm using right now. Let's get started. What is up everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. My name is Ram and in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to change your DSLR cameras as your web cameras as I mentioned above. Today in this pandemic situation, we are all attending classes and meetings day by day, and if you want to improve your quality of video a little bit more, this video might be helpful for you. So without further wasting time, let's see what are the softwares and hardwares that you need to make this setup. Moving on with the hardwares, the first hardware that you are going to need is obviously your DSLR camera. Without that, you cannot move on with the setup. Moving on with the second hardware, which is going to be a micro USB cable, which will be connecting your camera and your PC or Mac. If you don't get it with your camera box, I'll be leaving a link in the description so that you can buy it for a cheap price. The third thing that you are going to need is your camera stabilization, which will be a gorilla pod or mini tripod, which I have made my camera stand on with. If you cannot afford or if you cannot buy a gorilla pod or tripod, you can go with an alternative method, which is stacking some books with this thickness so that you can just boost up the height of your camera and then you can stabilize it. The software that you are going to need is going to be the EOS Webcam utility, which I will be leaving a link in the description. You can download from there, or I'll be jumping on to the computer and teaching you guys how to install the software right now. Once you open your browser, type in Canon EOS Webcam utility. You can just select the first option if you guys know your camera model which resides in America. For example, my model is 2000D in other countries, 1500D in India and Rebel T7 in USA. So I'll be just scrolling it down, and the first thing you see is going to be the operating system. If you use Mac, you can click on Mac official release. If you use Windows, you can move on with Windows official release. Then scrolling down near the end, you can see the option select your model. Just click on it to select your model, and then it directs you to a page where it shows all the models. In fact, you can use it on your PowerShot cameras if you want. It's available all for point and shoot cameras, so it will be very easier if you are using a PowerShot camera in Canon. This video is mainly for Canon users. If you guys are using Sony cameras, I'll be leaving a link in the description. This guy named Sopak have done a great job on how to convert Sony DSLRs into webcams. So kindly check him out for Sony users. So I'll just click on Rebel T7 and it directs you to the page directly, and you can see the EOS Webcam Utility 1.1 Windows. Select it and you can just download this thing. I'm going to select the desktop option. Once you get downloaded, you can just right click on it and extract the files. Double click on it and run this setup.exe file. These two guys will not work. I have done it a lot of time. Just double click on this thing and then you can see you can just click on next, and you can move on with the other steps. Since I have installed it, I'm going to just cancel the installation. I think this is pretty much for how you can install the EOS Webcam utility. I'll be showing you in just a moment how to connect the USB cable to the camera and how can you connect it with the PC. After installing the EOS Webcam utility on your computer, you can just take this USB cable and put it on the USB port that they have given on. In this case, I am using a Canon 2000D camera. If you want to check the review that I made on this camera, you can check it in the description, as well you can check it in the card which is given above. So after connecting your camera, just take this USB cable and connect it with your computer. Make sure that you have the camera in video mode and also on the camera. Make sure that you don't have the SD card inside the camera. Sometimes it won't work for some softwares, so be aware that you don't use your SD card in the camera. Once you guys have installed your EOS Webcam utility and connected your camera with the PC or Mac that you are using, open Zoom meetings, click on new meeting, make sure you are in video mode and no SD card plugged onto your camera, and also you have full battery life onto the camera. So if you want to change between cameras, you can click on this arrow mark which is located near this video icon, and then you can select your cameras in between the meetings. I think the image quality differs much more better than the cheap webcam that I showed you at the starting of the video. with this DSLR converted to a webcam. I think this is pretty much done for this video, so make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe for the channel and hit the notification bell for more notifications. I'll be meeting you guys in my next video.